The use of an atomic bomb has catastrophic and long-lasting effects on the Earth and its inhabitants. Here's a detailed explanation of what happens after an atomic bomb is detonated. 1. Immediate explosion and blast wave. What happens? The detonation of an atomic bomb releases an enormous amount of energy in the form of a blast wave, heat, and radiation. Effects. The blast wave destroys everything within a certain radius, flattening buildings, uprooting trees, and causing massive casualties. The force of the explosion can be equivalent to millions of tons of TNT. 2. Thermal radiation and heat. What happens? The bomb emits intense thermal radiation, creating a fireball with temperatures reaching millions of degrees Celsius. Effects. This heat causes severe burns to people and animals, ignites fires over a wide area, and can lead to firestorms that consume entire cities. 3. What happens? The explosion releases harmful radiation, including gamma rays and neutron radiation. Effects. Exposure to this radiation can cause acute radiation sickness, leading to nausea, vomiting, burns, and death. Long-term exposure increases the risk of cancer and genetic mutations. 4. Electromagnetic pulse, EMP. What happens? The detonation generates an electromagnetic pulse that can disrupt or destroy electronic devices and communication systems. Effects. This can cripple infrastructure, including power grids, transportation systems, and medical equipment, leading to chaos and further loss of life. 5. Fallout. What happens? The explosion lifts radioactive debris into the atmosphere, which then falls back to the ground as fallout. Effects. Fallout contaminates the environment, making areas uninhabitable for decades. It can spread over large distances, affecting regions far from the blast site. 6. Environmental damage. What happens? The explosion and fallout cause widespread environmental destruction. Effects. Soil, water, and air become contaminated with radioactive materials, harming plants, animals, and ecosystems. Agriculture and food supplies are severely impacted. 7. Nuclear winter. What happens? If multiple bombs are detonated, the resulting smoke and soot can block sunlight from reaching the Earth's surface. Effects. This can lead to a nuclear winter, with global temperatures dropping, crops failing, and widespread famine. The climate change caused by nuclear winter could last for years. 8. Humanitarian crisis. What happens? The immediate and long-term effects of the bomb create a massive humanitarian crisis. Effects. Survivors face a lack of medical care, food, clean water, and shelter. Displacement, disease, and psychological trauma become widespread. 9. Long-term health effects. What happens? Radiation exposure has long-term health consequences for survivors and future generations. Effects. Increased rates of cancer, birth defects, and genetic disorders are observed in affected populations. The psychological impact of the event also persists for decades. 10. Global, political, and economic impact. What happens? The use of an atomic bomb can trigger global political instability and economic collapse. Effects. Countries may engage in retaliatory attacks, leading to further destruction. The global economy could suffer due to disrupted trade, loss of infrastructure, and increased military spending.